Well, at Old Trafford yesterday, it was, to all intents and purposes, a cup semi-final atmosphere there, as Manchester United, lying second, met the leaders Liverpool, knowing that they had to win to cut Liverpool's lead down to catchable proportions. The crowd was 57,000. The pictures are from Granada Television, and the commentator Gerald Sinstadt with Manchester United in the dark shirts.
Liverpool then in their change strip, white shirts, black shorts, attacking the Stratford end goal to our left in the first half of the game, which could well settle the championship. Answer the first touch for Rakens. After a lovely sunny morning, it's grey and overcast at Old Trafford. Pitch soft enough to take a stud. A good day for playing football. Alan Kennedy long forward towards Dalglish, but McQueen beats him. Dalglish. Dermot could shoot here. And Casey's shot deflected by Buchan. But Liverpool making the first real opening of the game. Casey's shot, well blocked by Buchan. Bailey also covering it. Phil Thompson has arrived again as the corner is swung wide to Neil. Offside is given again, and that time it was Thompson who was caught coming out. Wilkins. And Wilkins' pass cut out by Ray Kennedy, and this could be dangerous for Manchester United. Dalglish. McQueen had seen the danger and got across to cut out Dalglish. Dalglish chipping it in, Ray Kennedy going for it, and so too was Nicol. Cool bit of play out of defence by Nicol, who'd run on hoping for a return pass on that far touchline, but it's case for Liverpool. Too high for Johnson. Still in play, says the linesman. Johnson facing Koppel. Crossing low, but Buchan puts it out for the corner. Once again, Phil Thompson marches up to the near post goal line. Dalglish with the corner. Punch not very far, and Thompson over the top. Bailey's punch was a little bit over the ball rather than under it. It didn't help it very far out. It's the punch coming, and he fisted it down a little bit, and Phil Thompson on the volley turns it over the top. Johnson turning it. McQueen for Manchester United. Kennedy. Dalglish and McQueen again, and McQueen has slipped, and Dalglish has a clear run at goal, and he scored! Once Gordon McQueen had slipped, the rest was formality. Kenny Dalglish gets his 20th goal of the season to put Liverpool in front. McQueen left on the seat of his pants, Dalglish squeezing it in by the near post. It's 1-0 to Liverpool, and we've been playing almost 15 minutes. There have been one or two signs of slippery patches on top of the ground, and one there certainly undid Gordon McQueen. Wilson was blocking the way. Buchan has won it. There's no offside flag, but there were one or two forwards on their heels afraid of offside, and that was enough. The goal scorer, Kenny Dalglish. At Anfield on Boxing Day, Liverpool won 2-0, and now they have a goal start here. Kennedy, Jordan, Kari to Koppel. Tackled by Alan Kennedy. Koppel still gets the ball forward for Kari to chase. Thompson coming across. Hansen. And even under pressure, the Liverpool defence so far have looked very much in command. Thomas seizing on a loose one from Souness, but gets Souness a real rollicking from his skipper. Mickey Thomas leapt on it, but shot wide. McQueen, Nicol. Koppel, Jordan, Koppel, and Alan Kennedy is in trouble. In comes Thomas. Clements has got the ball. No! Thomas has hooked it in. Well, the goal stemming from a very similar circumstance to Liverpool's opening goal, with a defender suddenly dropping out. And that allowed Koppel to play the cross. In came Thomas. It still looked as though Clements had got it, but just as he seemed to have it in his hands, Thomas recovered more quickly and stabbed it in. Kennedy down injured, and a muscle giving him a lot of pain. So that's Mickey Thomas's third goal in 4 games since he came back after injury. His 9th of the season altogether. You can see the goal again. Clements appears now to be about to pick that ball up, but somehow it's gone out of his hands, and Thomas has squeezed it in past Neil's lunge at the far post. Mickey Thomas jubilant, Ray Clements very upset. Liverpool with 10 men on the field at the moment, but Kennedy apparently ready to go back into action. So it's 1-1, and we really have a game on our hands. United in arrears for only 5 minutes. Terry McDermott feeling his shin. And Liverpool are going to make their substitution. Sammy Lee taking over from Alan Kennedy. Will need a certain amount of reorganisation. Lee presumably will go into midfield. Neil is going to left back and Jimmy Case to right back, and that'll leave a place in midfield for Sammy Lee. McDermott to take Liverpool's free kick for the foul by Albiston. Koppel heads away. Greenoff intercepted by Ray Kennedy. United coming out for the offside, and although Hansen was doing the right thing and indeed has been waved on by Pat Partridge, he will now score. Well, it wouldn't have mattered that, because the linesman had flagged Dalglish offside. Now the ground is in an absolute ferment here. There were about 6 Liverpool players in an offside position when Hansen played the ball forward. I think that he was waved on by Mr. Partridge, but this is where the offside was. Dalglish flagged offside. In any case, he put the ball outside the post. Koppel. Jordan. Shot was blocked by Case. Dalglish held off by Nicol, and that's a free kick. Johnson. Kennedy. And Lee was through quickly there. And will that go in? No, it's blocked, and it's a corner, but Lee had stolen through quite unnoticed there. Got himself into a good position, but couldn't turn the ball into the net. Lee getting away from his man. Bailey on his own here came out and blocked the shot at close range. So it'll be a corner after Gary Bailey had done his stuff when Manchester United would have been exposed. And Dalglish to take it again. Lee beyond the far post, beaten in the air by Buchan. Thomas helps it on. Greenough holding it up while support breaks. Couldn't hold it long enough. And now there's an offside. The defence had come out faster than David Johnson. Neil. Olveston. Thomas. To McQueen and then Buchan. Couple free over on this near touchline. Through the middle there, Jordan. Neil. It's an interesting ball for Johnson. Dalglish in the middle, so is McDermott as Johnson goes for the line, and Nicol concedes the corner. Liverpool's fourth corner. Organising for Buchan to do, fair amount of movement in the penalty area as Dalglish takes the corner and McQueen heads out. Then it's Case. Neil. Defenders coming out, and then Neil is fouled by McCarry. Kick driven in quickly by Dalglish, but Bailey was alert. Dalglish attempting to seize a surprise advantage, but thwarted. Ray Kennedy, Johnson chasing, but Bailey had to head. It was the only option he had. If he'd stayed in his area, Johnson would have beaten him to the ball. And now Lee wins it from McQueen, and Johnson plays it very tamely wide. Johnson has found himself in a couple of very good positions and has wasted both of them. McQueen dallies here. Lee steals the ball from him, and Johnson here seemed almost to have too much time to think. Tried a chip and couldn't do it. Greenough stopped. Thompson gets it out to Neil, and Neil back to Clements. Greenough comes out of it limping too. Line's been flagged for offside against Greenough, but Mr. Partridge acknowledged the signal but kept play going. McQueen, Wilkins, that should be Ray Kennedy's. Neil. Couple to Macari. Nicol. Couple. Manchester United having to work hard to shake off the shadows. Man with the ball immediately challenged every time. Hansen to Thompson. Liverpool saying to Manchester United, if you want it, come and get it. It's not what the crowd expect to see. And Orbiston's header drops to Lee, now Dalglish. And coming in behind, Kennedy. Well blocked, and the ball ricocheting to Nicol, who turns it back to Orbiston, to Bailey. Jordan wins one well in the air for Greenoff. Tried to tuck it through for Koppel, but the gap closed, and Ray Kennedy comes away for Liverpool. Johnson. Queen intercepts, and Jimmy Greenoff looks to me as though he may be in a little bit of trouble. McQueen, meanwhile, dribbling on and heading for goal. Still going. Hansen takes it away from him. Did he run it out? Crowd at that end thought so. Gordon McQueen thought so. I had my suspicions myself, but no whistle, so it wasn't out. There was a foul and a free kick to Liverpool. Buchan on Dalglish. The indication from Mr. Partridge is that Buchan had his arm hooked over Dalglish's shoulder. Buchan still trying to make his case with Mr. Partridge. Bailey's right hand upright, covered by a five-man wall. Buchan just outside that picture. Played wide to Neal. And Neal in with the outside of the foot. Bailey clasps it after it had been knocked up in the air by Thomas. O'Neill, who'd come in on the wide side. So we're just coming up to half-time, and it may not have been a great first half, but you certainly couldn't complain about lack of incident. Neal. Buchan, Wilkins, Nicol. Jordan, Hansen for Liverpool. McDermott. Partridge checking his watch. We're over the 45 minutes. Mr. Partridge says that will do for the first half, and so the league leaders and their nearest challengers go in at half-time with the position absolutely level. Kenny Dalglish putting Liverpool ahead after McQueen there behind him had slipped, and then Thomas squeezing one in to put Manchester United back on terms after Alan Kennedy had slipped. It's 1-1, there's more tense action to come. Back here at Old Trafford, Manchester United will attack the Stretford end goal in the second half. The scoreline at the moment favouring those who had it down as a banker score draw, but on the evidence of the 45 minutes before the interval, I think it's very difficult to say just what the outcome might be. Case. Liverpool's record at Old Trafford is good in recent years. They've won 3 and drawn 3 of their last 8 games here. The Queen now back to Bailey. Orbiston just feeling an ankle, but he's all right. Buchan forward towards Jordan. Hansen. Makari. Koppel on the run, and that was well cut out by Neal when it was needed. Kennedy. McDermott had made the run and is onside. Johnson. McDermott going on into the middle. Lee unmarked over on this near side to us, but Johnson has run into trouble. Ball's gone to Souness, and Souness's shot is off the mark. Liverpool's point of view, it was probably a pity that David Johnson wasn't able to deliver the cross a bit sooner. Queen. Koppel. Enough turning it. Wilkins looking for Jordan, who's free behind Case, and in goes Thomas, and off the line by Thompson. Thompson saved it with inches to spare, but it so nearly came off with Jordan stealing in behind Case, and then Thomas got a touch, and there were two of them there. Thompson got it away. Thomas with the corner. It's a good jump by Jordan. The ball has gone loose, and Lee wins it from Thomas. Wilkins. Jordan coming in. Offside is given though. Defenders were coming out, and I think they may have had an anxious moment or two before they saw the flag going up to cancel out any threat from Joe Jordan. That was the ball through. Clements coming out off his line. Jordan bearing in purposefully on goal, then slipping it across, but the flag was well up by then. Johnson a good flick with the head to Lee. McDermott. Johnson, Dalglish behind him. Lee again. And a good pass from Lee to Dalglish. And Dalglish hits the stanchion behind the post. But it was a well-worked move by Liverpool, with Lee waiting the pass into the penalty area there. Skillfully, Dalglish was already on the move and he was round his man, but the shot was behind. Thompson. Dermot to Lee. Alderston taking the free kick to McQueen. Off goes McQueen. He loves to run with the ball. Thomas crossing well, Jordan coming in, and Hansen won a very good header there. McQueen back in, and then it was out by Neal. Wilkins to Nicol, blocked by Kennedy. But there was a very good header in a very difficult situation there by Phil Hansen, which I think has left him holding the back of his head and Jordan holding his right eye. But Alan Hansen very much the hero there. Very difficult ball for him, and Jordan the sufferer. Wilkins to take Manchester United's corner. McQueen lurking just in the semicircle at the edge of the area there. Clement stays on the line, and the header has gone in from Jordan. 2-1 to Manchester United. And Joe Jordan raises his arms to take the acclaim. And it was turned on, in fact, by Greenough, who got the deflection. Jimmy Greenough, the Roy of the Rovers goal that he talked about before the game. Well, what a comeback. His last full game of football for Manchester United's first team was against Chelsea just after the cup final last season. And now he comes back here, having had previously only 20 minutes as a substitute, and turns that ball in from Jordan's header. 2-1 to Manchester United, the championship still alive. Thomas. So now Manchester United back forming a wall on the edge of their own penalty area. Case standing over the free kick, capable of hammering them as hard as anybody in the first division, Jimmy Case. It's just what he does. And it really was not far wide of Bailey's right-hand upright. Jimmy Greenough, his first goal since he scored in the FA Cup semi-final replay at Goodison Park against Liverpool a year ago. Koppel striding out and finding the pace to get there. Ball still in play. Mr. Partridge looked to his linesman. No signal. Hansen brings it away. Wilkins, Jordan, and Jordan blocked down, but the referee waves them on with the advantage, and a marvellous save by Clements from Macari. That was goalkeeping of international class, all right. Macari had got in well, and it seemed a goal all over. Ball turned across here, hard, and down went Clements with a left hand from Macari. McQueen against Dalglish, then Nicol hacking it upfield, Koppel. Wilkins was looking for what would have been a devastating ball through there to Jordan, but it's Dalglish instead to Johnson. And Johnson going in with Orbiston leaning on him, and that's cleared off the line, and Dalglish's shot is blocked by McQueen. Buchan it was who got the ball off the line, and it looked there as though Liverpool were in for the equaliser. Still they apply the pressure. Souness headed away by Macari. Jordan. Macari bursting clear. Hansen in. And now Bailey will claim it. But so nearly then that Liverpool had the equaliser as Johnson burst in, cleared off the line by Buchan, and Dalglish's shot blocked by McQueen. So it's still 2-1 to Manchester United. Hansen got a toe to that. Jordan ahead. Wilkins' shot off the bar. Koppel could still be in here. Clements has it. And Ray Wilkins was so close to a spectacular goal then. So now it's Kennedy. Escapes at each end and the game gets more and more exciting. And Dalglish now. Blocked by Thomas. Thomas still with him, and it'll be a corner. Meanwhile, we can see the shot from Wilkins that beat Clements, but was kept out by the crossbar. Mickey Thomas is down, having done his stuff back in defence at that end. And we are now 15 minutes from the end of the game. Mr. Partridge is sending Tommy Kavanagh round to attend to Thomas, but he's saying that he's off the pitch and so play can restart. I think it's not going to be a corner but a free kick. Nicol. Koppel. Really back to the form which seemed to have deserted him a month or two ago. Tommy Kavanagh's repairs seem to have worked on Mickey Thomas, and Mr. Partridge calls him back into the action. Souness. Johnson. It's a bit hard for McDermott. Taking his time over the throw-in, and Mr. Partridge now is getting impatient to the point that he's produced a yellow card and has officially cautioned Arthur Albiston for time wasting. Sort of bookings that must be so frustrating for managers because they are so unnecessary. Case looking it down well. Thompson to Lee. Dalglish tried to feed McDermott. Lee has the chance, but it won't count because the offside flag has been raised and Manchester United have a free kick. Nicol. Green off. Koppel blocked by Neil. It's Manchester United's throw. Jordan. Koppel. Wilkins. And Souness intercepts and Neil clears to Kennedy. Nicol getting in to challenge and win the ball, but Neil will win it back, I think. Yes, he's been fouled by Nicol. And Nicol can't do that. They'll have the free kick again. Nicol was about 6 inches away when the kick was taken. Kennedy. Hansen. 5 minutes still to go as Buchan climbs above Dalglish. And they're going to be called back for a free kick for that foul by Buchan on Dalglish. Wilkins and Macari beginning to form the wall. Thomas coming to join them and Green off. The 4 brave men. There's the angle for Case or Souness. There's Bailey on his line, or in fact a yard off it as Case lets go the shot. There was a deflection, but over for a corner. Case with that hammer of a right foot really lets go. It, I think, flicked off the wall and only just over. It so easily have gone in. Sort of luck tends to even itself out over a season. Dalglish needed a tee to put the ball on. He's crossed now with the corner and Bailey has palmed it away and now Wilkins has got it completely clear. Neil to take the throw to Thompson. Above Johnson for the header. 3.5 minutes remain. That may be a foul given. Chance for McDermott to cross one. Hansen is up in the penalty area this time. Thompson is going to join him as well. And Thompson and Kennedy are up looking for the header. Kennedy won it, but the only outcome for Liverpool is a Manchester United goal kick. And if the score stays like this, Manchester United's hopes of catching Liverpool will at least remain alive into the rest of the Easter programme. Nicol, 30 seconds to go. Koppel, Green offside. Will all pass time though, and that will suit Manchester United. The time that's being wasted is being checked by Mr. Partridge, who points very ostentatiously to his left wrist. And we are now going into injury time. Liverpool in possession. Neil playing it forward. Header by Buchan, so cool under pressure. Neil. Case. Jordan. Thomas. The time that's added on is only what Mr. Partridge judges to have been wasted. There have been virtually no injury stoppages in this half. Just a brief hold-up when Thomas went down. Lee. Johnson. Dalglish. Souness. Neil coming in support. 5 men ahead of him. Kennedy. And Kennedy's tussle brings him up with the ball. Lee pulls it down, turns it across. Johnson is going in for the header, but it was got away by Mickey Thomas. And that's the final thrust of the game. Manchester United keep the championship open thanks to the most romantic of comebacks. Joe Jordan's big smile, it was his header that made the goal for Jimmy Greenough. So it's many happy returns on his birthday tomorrow for Manchester United manager Dave Sexton, but no happier return than that Jimmy Greenough has made to First Division football today.
And indeed, Jimmy Greenoff's first full game since last season's FA Cup final, with so many doubts about his fitness and his future. Well, what a way to make a comeback. And his winner now cuts Liverpool's lead down to 4 points, and they both have 6 matches to go, both with 3 at home and 3 away.